All right, hope everyone's having a great evening. So, real quick, I'm going to briefly discuss the some Forex markets. See, FOMC, we had a strong bear breakout. This is the USDN, sideways from many bars. Probably will continue to go sideways. We've been sideways for quite a few bars now that, this is becoming less and less effective. And we're probably, the market's pretty close to neutral right now. I think we'll get an upside breakout and test back in this range. It's always kind of interesting to see where is. Maybe I'll put the stop up here. Where this is the middle of something, so it's possible that we test down here, but not likely. I think that we had a top. We're trying to form a bottom, and we have a thin area, so I think we're going to test somewhere in this thin area. But until we get some sort of breakout to the upside, there is no breakout. Let me see here. Great British pound versus the dollar. Tight channel. You know, probably it is a minor trend line break, a major reversal, and we got a strong enough breakout to the upside that when we get a new low, it'll probably form some sort of a pullback, and we'll retest up here, which we did. This is also probably exhaustion gap, so bulls buying down here will probably be rewarded, and then as you can see, so at some point down here, the odds begin to get very decent that we'll test up to here. And if you wait to see this and then something like that, they become pretty high. And then it ultimately got basically a measure move up of that. That led up to here. I could draw them anyways. I could draw it. I could do a measure move of this close, or I could do this, which I think is more reasonable. A lot of times the market will go a measure move up based on what was reasonable. And it makes sense if you think about the logic. Here it's probably clearly always in long. So if a bull buys and puts their stop way down here, they'll probably get a measure move up. And as you can see, that's what happened. But again, buy climax, bad followed through, buy climax, bad followed through, an even bigger buy climax. So what do I think is going to happen? Well, I think we're going to test down to here. I think this gap will close, and I do not think we're going to get a measuring gap. Sorry, 1 second. All right, so where was I? So yeah, consecutive buy climax is probably sideways. Really all we did. We're just testing back up in this. I think we're testing back up in here. This is where we, arguably broke out. So the downside was somewhere down here, and we're testing it over here. Strong enough breakout, but again, sideways for the most part. The market will decide if we'll get a strong second leg down or if it'll reverse. I think we'll have to go sideways for quite some time. I still think the odds slightly favor the Bears. But again, slightly, maybe 54% better for the Bears than the Bulls. And then, here, strong bull. This is the New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar versus the U.S. dollar. Strong breakout, holding below this low. Looks like a leg in a trading range, so we'll probably test up here at some point. I normally don't trade the New Zealand dollar. I mainly trade the USD yen or the USD Japanese yen, the Great British Pound versus the dollar, and the Euro versus the dollar. But I prefer to trade the Euro dollar on a higher time frame, such as the 60-minute, just because the pit value is much bigger. Not a lot to say with Forex. A lot of A lot of sideways moves, I'll point out. More so some of my thoughts the past few days. Here you can easily sell and make 20 pips. I know that's obvious after the fact, but not really a lot to say with that. At some point, the risk gets big, so the probability becomes very high for 10 or 20 pip move. Here, tried to get a bear breakout, but it failed and immediately reversed up. So surprise, surprise, the bears are taking profits and knew those bulls are buying. So when we get down to here, bulls are probably going to buy. So here, bear breakout. Here actually, bear breakout, bad follow through. Another bear breakout, bad follow through. So at some point, bulls start buying. They'll buy above this high. Excuse me. They'll buy above. Excuse me. They'll buy above this high. They'll buy below this low. Stop somewhere down here. They'll scale in and they'll scalp out. Scalp out. And it's just like any market. Here, got a bear breakout, possibly a bear breakout of bull flag, possible exhaustion gap. So at some point, it's always in short, bear sell, stop up here or up here, and then they get a strong bear breakout, testing the lows down here. So probably best to get out of shorts if you're still shorts, because the odds favor this happening. Really, I want to, just kind of get into another side note about trading. The quicker you can begin to accept that most moves are simply vacuums, or it's the market's racing to some sort of perceived value, and the sooner you stop seeing this big bear bar as a breakout and see it more as, or better yet, as soon as you stop seeing this bar as a breakout bar that's going to succeed and start seeing it as, boy, it's a trading range, it's probably going to fail. When you begin to start seeing that, you'll do better. One of the biggest mistakes most people make is they buy high and they sell too low. And the reason for that is because they're hopeful. They're naturally hopeful that this is going to be a breakout. I'm going to race up. Well, it's not. It's going to be probably test up to here and fall down. Because that's what institutions are doing. Institutions are selling aggressively, but then once it starts to get towards the bottom, they stop and bulls start buying aggressively. This is why you get these things late at the bottom of the range. You have a lot of bears that are committed, and the smart bears are exiting and the smart bulls are buying aggressively. Then you have all these bears that are trapped in here. So these bears are trapped and they'll use any sell off to take the profit. And look what happened. We sold off a little bit, strong bull breakout. And here probably some sort of exhaustion. But we tested down, try to get down, and again couldn't get to this low, and at some point we go sideways, strong enough breakout that we just channeled up. So really, it was probably some sort of spike in channel. Like one pullback, like two. All right, that's really all the time and energy I have for this video. I really spent too much time making the e-mini video. So comment below if you have any questions. And by the way, spike in channel. This is a channel, so probably will form a trading range. We tested down to low, and I think we're forming a trading range. So anyways, comment in the comment section if you have any questions, or email me, and I will be happy to reply. All right, hope everyone has a good night.